rock, ringing in your ears like the bells to L-Rock. It doesn't matter whether or not you sell lots, you can find solace in the coldest cell block. This is Shell Shock.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? This your boy Donald Gully from the Godzilla Nerds, also known as Donald Reacts. I'm back with a brand new video pertaining to the Space Jam Legacy review. Okay, I will say, if you're going by the critics when it comes to movies, never do that. I am a big fan of doing things on my own or watching things on my own so I can kind of critique and give my own opinion. Now, with that being said, if you go into this movie comparing the first Jam to the second Space Jam, you're going to be completely let down. Now, I will start off this video by saying, Space Jam was a childhood movie of mine, so it's near and dear to my heart. So I would say there is somewhat of a biasness, but then again, it's not, because I thought the first Space Jam was really, really good. Now with Space Jam: A New Legacy, it's probably a movie that it would be really, really hard for me to watch again. Like if I'm sitting around the house, I'm like, hey, let's watch Space Jam: A New Legacy. And I get it, this movie is supposed to be for kids. So let's get into my movie review about Space Jam: A New Legacy. Alright, so here we go. Basically, this is spoiler free for those who haven't seen the movie. The first thing I would like to start off with this movie is I felt like it was more of a marketing and promotional thing for Warner Brothers. I mean, dang near everybody that Warner Brothers created was in this movie. Everything that was sponsored by Warner Brothers, everything that Warner Brothers distribute, I mean, it was Warner Brothers all over. I did think that was a lot of unnecessary scenes in this particular film that didn't have to be there. Because again, Warner Bros. Were really promoting so much of what they've done and what they made. I think that kind of took away from the plot of the film. Now, let's be clear, this movie did have some funny parts in it, and it did have some good sequences in it. So I'm not here to just beat this movie down like everybody else. Trust me, I'm no movie critic. I'm just giving my honest opinion and critique on this movie. Now, my older brother, he was watching it with me and the family. He made a good point. There is no Pepe Le Pew in this movie. Now, I'm not here to get into all that because we always know why. Now, if this is a kid's film, why is Rick and Morty, I hope I said the name right, why are they part of this film? That's not a kid's TV show. So that, to me, raised a red flag. And if you're coming into this movie expecting LeBron James to be Denzel Washington, Leonardo DiCaprio, Will Smith even, you're going to be let down. He's been playing basketball his whole life. He's not, really an actor. So for him to make that transition, it was a little bit different. And you can see it. I don't know. The acting was okay. Don Cheadle, he did really, really good in this particular film. He's an expert. He's been acting his whole entire life. He's played in a ton of great movies. I thought he was one of the bright spots in this film. He really brought his character to life, and I really, really enjoyed it. Okay, then a couple of more things. Back to the LeBron James sequence. It really wasn't a family structure in this film. I won't really get into details about it until you guys see it. And I know there wasn't no family structure in the first Space Jam, but I think with this one, LeBron actually having a family, we would have saw more of that, and we didn't. And then we have another thing that I had an issue with was the pacing of the movie. I felt like this was a really, really long movie. When you go back and look at the first Space Jam, they were able to, get your attention with the plot of the film right off the bat. In the New Legacy Space Jam, it took a while for the Looney Tunes to get acquainted in this particular film. I know I'm messing up a lot. It's late. I'm trying to get this video out, but it took like a really, really long time, and I felt like this movie was really, really long. Like, I'm a huge Godzilla fan, so I have to use this example. If you watch Godzilla vs. Kong in the Space Jam New Legacy, you would think a Space Jam New Legacy is a longer movie because of the pacing makes such a big difference. And like I said before, I'm not here to pound and beat this movie down. This is just my opinion. You guys have to go see this movie for yourselves. Don't listen to Rotten Tomatoes. Don't listen to a spoiled tomato. Just watch the movie yourself. I did enjoy towards the end of the film where they were, having a basketball game. And again, if you go into this movie comparing 1 and 2, then it's going to be a huge letdown. But you can take things from 1 and you can be like, well, 1 did this better than 2. I mean, if that makes sense. So let me get to what I'm trying to say. When you watch Space Jam 1, the game was a lot simpler with Michael Jordan and the Toon Squad versus the Monstars, right? I think in this one, the Goon Squad, they had cool abilities. They had cool players in this game. They had the White Mamba, my girl Diana Taurasi. They had Anthony Davis. Dame time, boy. So they had a lot of good players in this movie. I think at times they did too much. And I know they tried to do something new because they were inside LeBron James, his son game. His son created the game. So you could get all these points off of a move here, a move there. So that was something that kind of threw me off. And like I said, this is, again, it's called A New Legacy. So, I'm trying not to really rip this movie. Out of 5 stars, though, I'll probably have to give it maybe a 2.5, 3 stars. But like I said, it did have some funny parts. The basketball game, I thought that was awesome, besides them kind of doing a little too much. They did have some funny jokes. They had some good jokes. And they did have some pretty cringy jokes. But I mean, like I said, this is my opinion. This was my movie review. It's spoiler free. I'm not here to spoil a movie because I know it's a lot of those out there who hasn't seen the movie yet and who wants to see the movie. And there's been a lot of people who's liked this movie better than me. My older brother, he said it was okay. I believe my wife said it was okay. She said it had some good parts. My kids, though, they were kind of in and out of it. But like I said, that's because the movie felt so long. And we did start the movie at about 7:45. I mean, which is still kind of early. But hey, this was my movie. Shout out to LeBron James. You're still the man. You're still the guy. And, like I said, you gave your best effort. You did the best you could. Malcolm D. Lee, I think that's your name. Shout out to you for even trying to reinvent this, recreate this. And when you do things like that, it does have a tendency to get a lot of flack because so many people are thinking about that first Space Jam. But, I mean, I think overall, like I said, maybe a 2.5, 3 stars for me. Like I said, that movie is going to be really hard for me to sit down and just say, hey, guys, do you guys want to watch this movie again? So, but that's where I am with it. And hey, like I said, over time I may change my mind. I may watch it a few more times and get into it. So who knows? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is your boy Donald Gully from the Godzilla Nerds, also known as Donald Reacts. I will be back with some more movie trailer reactions, and I'll be back with more movie reviews. And I'm also getting ready to hook up a couple of gameplays. I just learned how to consistently do that. So hopefully I can consistently drop those. But hey, I encourage you guys to check out Space Jam: A New Legacy. This movie is for kids. So, adults, fathers, mothers, y'all, this is a good movie for family time. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed night. Peace.